guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reacting to video games, Board Games, episode 25 with AVGN on Cinemassacre. Let's get into it.
Before there...
Where are his glasses? Where are his glasses and his little button up? Oh, wow. This is like seeing a dog walk on two legs. I've only ever seen, this is Board James. Because I've only ever seen him as AVGN. He's not angry. Oh, he's so chill. Oh, this is going to be so strange. There's other character. Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't expecting him to look so normal. He looks like Bill Hader. He looks a lot like Bill Hader without the glasses.
There was board games, and then they made video games, and then they made board games of the video games. So it went from cardboard and plastic to pixels on a screen, back to cardboard and plastic again. Let's see how well some of these video game, board games have turned out. First up.
That's so many games in a row. Video game, board games held up. That's a lot of games in a row. It's, I feel like the angry version of him is the truest version. I'm sure it's not. It's probably biased because I've only ever seen him angry. But I feel like that's the truest version of him. I actually love board games, by the way. I never had anyone to play with it, but I actually really love them.
Is Pac-Man. If you know how Pac-Man's played, then there's not much to say. They translated the video game to physical medium in a pure and faithful way. The famous pellets are represented by these balls which go in his mouth. It works okay.
It seems really tedious, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to do this immediately. I'll reserve my judgment, but it feels like a fail. His angry self is every one of us. If anything, I would be more mad playing this board game immediately.
Damn. The main difference is that there's multiple Pac-Men for competitive gameplay. On each player's turn, they control their Pac-Man and also a ghost to chase after the other Pac-Men. If caught, they go back to the starting point.
Oh.
Imagine what it would be like to be trapped for all eternity with two ghosts. The game ends when all the balls are gone. The player to gobble the most balls wins.
I'm not going to say anything, but that's a hilarious line. He knows what he did there. Also, shout out to whoever played yellow. They got one ball.
I do have to say, the Pac-Man pieces are a little strange looking. Even the instructions say, move your silly Pac-Man playing piece, as if they were admitting it's stupid. The game isn't perfect for sure, it's just kind of, you know, I guess you could say it's... I think the proper term you're searching for is, it's a piece of shit. Who'd want...
There's my guy. There he is. Galaxy Wolf Taiwan, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Check out my friend Matt. He's the best ball gobbler here.
To play a board game of Pac-Man when you can play the video game instead. You mean like that asinine Atari 2600 version where they couldn't even get Pac-Man into a circle shape? It's not great, but at the time, this was a better way to get Pac-Man into the home than that flickering, glitchy mess. Face it, nobody cares about board games. I prefer to have something physical that you could actually get your hands on. Here's a...
I like board games a lot, but okay. So I never really had people to play board games with. But the worst thing in the world, like at least video games you can kind of play by yourself. And the worst thing in the world is when you're playing a board game with someone and they're not paying attention. Nothing has made me more mad. Even playing the Rage game Bennett fought one earlier. I will get so much more mad if I'm playing a board game with someone and they're not paying attention to the rules or to their turn. Like if they're just talking during their turn, I'm like, lock in, it's board game time. Shut up, do your turn, you can yap after. Pay attention.
A better example, Pac-Man Magnetic Maze. This version gives you more of that instant gratification,
this is way
that
better.
real-time action you're looking for. It's closer to the video game. You actually use a joystick which wobbles the board around, therefore moving the pieces. The goal is to collect the points which magnetize to Pac-Man's head and bring them back to the start point while avoiding the ghosts, or monsters. Why do they refer to the ghosts as monsters?
Because it's garbage. What kind of board game uses a joystick anyway?
Okay.
I love it. I love the AVGN like cameos. I am a DM. That's most of my games, unfortunately, with some players. Yeah, like pay attention. It's board game time. Tippy doesn't get sad; she gets mad. Okay, I thought the magnetic one would be better. It's somehow worse. At first I was like, this is it, and then I was like, no, this is not it.
Okay, let's try Super Mario Brothers. That's a great action-oriented game with plenty of possibilities. The art style is very much in tune with the video game, but let's see how it plays. Each player takes turns controlling Mario. That's odd that you all share the same pawn. If you roll red, you move on to the next red space. If you roll yellow, you move on to the next yellow space.
Okay.
Doot 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 doot. Do 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 do.
So you can only move one or two at a time? Also, why wouldn't they just make this a 4-player game? It could be Peach, Mario, Luigi, and Toad, just like in Mario 2.
Real fun game. Really beats playing the video game, doesn't it? Don't you just love rolling that die? Roll, roll, roll.
Look, sometimes you have an idea and it doesn't turn out the way you think, okay?
Dude. Yeah, it's pretty tedious. You're constantly landing on spaces, potentially covering almost the entire board. Having numbered dice would have made the game much quicker paced.
Yeah.
Sure, you can choose to take alternate paths, but the choices of where to go are very limited. There's hardly any strategy involved. Your turn ends when you roll stop, then the other players take control.
Wait, you just keep rolling until you hit stop? This is the stupidest. It's right there. Just make it a 6-sided dice. Whatever you roll, that's what you move. And make it 4 players. Move around the board. I think I'm just describing Monopoly at this point, though. I'm just describing Mario Party. You're right. So they took the board game Mario and turned it into Mario Party, like what the board game should have been. Yeah, like a shittier version. This is just like my first time with the NES. Tedious?
Mario, but whenever you collect 4 coins, you can trade them in for an extra roll, or an extra life, as the instruction manual calls it. A mushroom gives you 4 coins, but since 4 coins gives you an extra life, couldn't a mushroom just be an extra life?
Yeah, you might have to take some fucking mushrooms to understand this game.
Then there's the hat.
It's so frustrating. His little head in the mushroom.
Hazard cards. Whenever you hit a question mark, you collect another card which you can use on the other player. Basically, what the cards do is spawn enemies for the other players to land on. If they land on an enemy, they lose a life, or in other words, the turn goes back to you. The goal of the game is to be the first player to land on the final space, therefore rescuing the princess.
Wait, you don't even fight Bowser? What do you mean? What do you mean? I guess I don't. All right, I'm not a board game maker, but I feel like this could have been a square board with like numbered dice. The same thing they could have done with the monsters. I think that's kind of a cute idea. Like you could put the monsters wherever you want to try and trip up other people. But there's no final boss or anything? You just win if you get to the end?
Well, this is kind of stupid. Now you're talking some sense.
Nothing in the game matters. It's all about who gets that final roll. What's the point of putting hazards down? Just wait for Mario to get near the end, then start playing competitively. By putting down hazards, all you're doing is slowing Mario down and prolonging the game.
It's like trying to play a game of chess by yourself.
Oh my God, this is a horrifying picture. This is a terrifying thing. I like the glasses, though. It's cut perfectly down the middle.
Everything you do on one side counteracts the other.
Well, this could easily be solved if there were 2 different playing pieces, like only if there was somebody else besides Mario, like who is that now? Luigi?
Nailed it on the head like a
Oh, yeah, because because there's only one character. So if you put down like monsters or whatever they're called or hazard pieces, you're only slowing yourself down. Oh, this is so stupid. This is so dumb.
Hammer brother. Brother, it sucks. How much does it suck? It fucking sucks. Say it like it is. It's a shitload of fuck.
I'm proud of you.
That's a good one. Here's one that's okay. It's Super Mario Bros. The Great Ladder Race game. Here, 2 players, Mario and Luigi, race to get up and down the ladder without falling off. You have to appreciate the simplicity. I like games that deal with physics.
Oh, you should try Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. That also deals with physics. This is just a rage game in board game form. I had this one. Did you like it? Super trashio, brothers. This is literally just like an OG rage bait game.
Yeah, but what does it have to do with Mario? Isn't this exactly what you want with a Mario game? Hanging on fucking ladders? Well, come to think of it, it should have been based on the ladder finale from It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. But anyway, I think this is pretty good because instead of trying to force the video game into a board game, here, they just made something new.
Yeah. I do agree. You can make it based off of like the characters in the world, but it doesn't have to be the exact game like ripoff, but in like board game form. Hi guys, Tippy here. Sorry to interrupt the video, but do you like little anime cheeks? Do you want to support a weird autistic woman who likes watching video game reviews? Well, then I have a really cool product I want to tell you about. We have put up on our merch website, Fourth Wall, our very first standee. It's an acrylic standee. It is 5 inches tall. She's incredible. She's beautiful. I love it so much, and I was really, really, really excited about this. And we have to get 100 pre-orders in the first 3 weeks, so this will only be up until May 23rd. If you want to buy one, please check out the link below. Thank you for your time. I will see you guys on the next one. Enjoy the rest of the video. You can just make a whole new board game and just kind of make it in that world. Although anytime they try and do that in the actual video games, it always flops because people are like, you changed it too much. It's nothing like the original.
I'm just trying to look on the positive side. There is no positive side. It's like trying to describe a dog turd that's sitting on a sidewalk. Which side is better? The side that's facing up, drying up in the hot afternoon sun, or the side that's sticking to the cement, staying moist and shitty? All right, let's try.
That's the worst analogy I've ever heard. Also, I just realized that there's no top or bottom to the stairs, so how do you know when you reach the top? When you get twisted around? This should not have been out of the development stage. Who put this out? Oh, Legend of Zelda. I do like that.
By Legend of Zelda. The art design looks promising enough. The board is colorful, appealing, and represents the labyrinth-style gameplay that we know and love. Well, just like in the Mario game, all the players share a Link. They each take turns moving him around. Each room has its own set of colored tiles. When you land on a yellow square, you uncover a tile. If it's a monster, you fight it by rolling the battle dice. If the number of swords rolled is equal or higher than the number of the monster, you win.
Oh, that's neat. But why is Link a piece of cardboard? I feel like they can't make a little plastic piece or a little metal piece like this just looks cheap. Letters one handle for the player. I guess that's the upside. Yeah, I guess so.
If the monster has a heart, you get a heart.
Guy, you make my pink pickle. Want a burr big dog happy birthday.
Thank you, Tank. We're recording a YouTube video right now, so I'm going to keep that in just for you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Tank. Why share a link? That's how you get hacked.
But if you lose one of your hearts. If anyone loses all their hearts, the game ends. When you uncover the special item, you can move to the next room. In the very last room lies the Triforce. When somebody gets the Triforce, the game ends, but they don't.
I actually like this a lot, but holy crap, what did they do to Zelda? She looks real bad. She looks real bad here. I don't like that. That's not my Zelda. This is actually kind of a cute idea for a game, though.
Don't necessarily win. The winner is the person to have the most hearts when the game is over. Well, It makes more sense than the Mario game, but it's definitely no Hero Quest or Dragon Strike.
Because those games were meant to be board games. This was meant to be a video game.
Yeah, I wish I was playing the real Zelda instead.
Damn straight. Now you're starting to see the light, Board James. Or should I call you Video James? Here's Street Fighter 2, the board game. I guess.
Wait, they made a board game about fighting? No Ganon boss battle? None of these have a boss battle in them. Not a single one has had a boss battle or any type of battle. It's literally just reaching the end, which is pretty common for board games, I guess. But I feel like there's just no creativity in these, which is what frustrates me. Because board games, you can do a lot with. It's just there's nothing there. It's like they just tried to like take the exact game, throw it on a board, like a flat board, and then be like, here, take this trash. Ganon's not so tough when he's cardboard. He's not so tough anyways. He is. I couldn't beat him.
I guess there was no Street Fighter 1 game. Oh no, they did it. They took Street Fighter literally. It's just a bunch of fucking streets. Get it? Street Fighter? They fight on the streets! On the streets!
You're right. It's ass. I'm gonna go play the video game.
Fine. This is a pretty big...
You know what this looks like? You know those rugs from like, I don't know, like the 90s or 2000s, but it was in every kid's room where it's literally just like streets and grass. And then I don't know why everyone had them, but every child had them. I can't remember the time. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about. It literally looks like just like a little town, and then I guess you would like put your cars on it. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Okay, cool. Yeah, this is exactly what this looks like. Oh, Cletus McFarlane sells one that's based on his racetrack. Oh, it's a merch item. I had one. I know what you're talking about. Okay, cool. Thank God. I don't know how to describe that. That's a really cool merch item.
Board anyway. For a video game that's just two people fighting, all it really needed was dice and cards.
Yeah.
When you roll the die, you don't count spaces, you count directions on the street. So every time you turn a corner, that's one number on the die. When players meet, they fight by doing what? You guessed it, rolling battle dice. The winner gains a point on their power meter. The higher your meter gets, the more dice you get to roll in battle.
This had potential. Yeah. Ill execution, but it does have potential. I like the power meter, and I like the dice fighting. That's actually kind of a cool idea. So, but again, it's like they took the video games way too literally. They're like, we need to put in literally like Street Fighter. Put them on a street, and then they fight. You don't need the street. There was no reason for that. This could have literally been just this part of it. They took it way too literally.
First player to get their power meter to the top wins, but then there's M. Bison who has a countdown meter. If his countdown meter makes it to the end, that means everybody loses. But players can also try fighting M. Bison if they're powerful enough. If someone beats him, that person wins the game.
Wow. Just as much fun as playing the video game.
To be fair, it's a losing battle. You're not going to find a board game that's like a fighting game that's going to be better than an actual fighting video game. Yeah, there was no way. So if you're strong enough, you get even stronger. How can you win if you lose your first fight? I guess you can. I guess you're just out. Also, how many players is this? Is it as many characters are on the board? Happy birthday, guy. Thank you. And this is why now they just make pen and paper RPGs out of everything. I'd take the video game.
This is a mess. This whole thing is a mess. What do I need this for? Did I put this together right? Remove the pawn stands, building stands, clips and pegs from underneath the cardboard platform. Separate the clips and twist the pegs off the runner. Discard waste. Discard.
Discard the waste. Get rid of the whole game. Get rid of the whole cool game. Rock'em Sock'em Robots with Street Fighter 2 characters would have been equally sucky but cooler. That would have been cool, honestly. I wonder if Rock'em Sock'em Robots was like copyrighted though. You know? Like, because that is 2 separate games. Although they could have just probably done some sort of licensing for like, I don't know the term, but like a collab basically between Rock'em Sock'em Robots and Street Fighter 2. Yeah, they could have really worked something out because that would have been a way better idea. Ogre, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a good Wednesday.
Hard waste. Tetris? Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Who makes a board game of Tetris?
Oh, our YouTube live just got taken down for policy violation, a stream for music or something, I think. I'm not sure. That's really weird. Sorry, YouTube. All right, let me just end the YouTube stream real quick. Let's see. Okay.
How do you make a board game of Tetris? That isn't even possible. What
Anything is possible.
am I supposed to do here? Play fucking Tetris on cardboard? Fuck this. Players all simultaneously and randomly pick block shapes out of a box. They place them on the board and arrange them just like you would if you were playing Tetris. If you get a block you don't want, you pass it to the next player. When somebody reaches the top, the game ends. Whoever has the least amount of open spaces wins. So basically you're trying to cover as many spaces as possible in the quickest amount of time.
Okay, I'm actually not mad at that. I'm actually not mad at that at all. I kind of think that's kind of fun. Jelly Janlu, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. It's not as bad as like the Mario game that he played. At least it somewhat makes sense and it's simple enough that anyone could play it.
What's the point? I guess it's good for people who don't have electricity but still want to play video games. You could play it on Game Boy with AA batteries. Who needs this shit? Who makes video games into board games? It's all a bunch of circle jerk marketing bullshit. I played some board games out of boredom, but this shit, you gotta be really bored. What were they thinking?
I'm getting a touch of angry video game nerd. Now this is angry board games nerd. Amish Tetris. Wait, Tetris gummies existed? What's that?
You know who you are. You're a nerd.
Yes.
You'll always be a nerd. A video game nerd.
You could never be bored, James. Never. The glasses are back. He's back, baby. Wow, look at his setup. Holy crap, he really is a collector. Are those movies? Those look like VHSs. Maybe not, but I can't tell because it's a little blurry. So he collects all sorts of media? Does he live in an old Blockbuster? What's happening? Looks cozy. I don't like the tile, like the industrial tile roof, and maybe he's just very tall, but it seems like a short room. But yeah, VHS, games, etc. Okay, so he collects a lot. He has a separate series for games, board games, and movies. Oh, wow. He was busy. He recreated a video rental place in his basement. Commitment. Incredible. Taboo. That's a drop ceiling. I don't like it. It's too small. was good. Thank you to whoever recommended that video. If you have any other videos you think I should react to, please leave them in the comments below. Or if you are in our Discord, there's a section called Media React Monday. I take inspiration from both places. If you want to see any of the other fun stuff we do, we stream on Twitch Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. EST. And all of our other socials are linked in the description box below. And as always, if you want to support the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. The engagement does help. I will see you on the next one. Bye.